After admitting he should and could have handled the row over his tax affairs better, David Cameron has released details about his personal income and wealth. They show that he had a taxable income of more than £200,000 last year and paid almost £76,000 in tax. But they also reveal a series of new disclosures about his wealth, including 2 payments of £100,000 by his mother Mary in May and July 2011. With his wife Samantha, he received rental income of more than £90,000 last year on the couple's family home in Notting Hill, West London. The interest Mr Cameron received on his savings with a UK high street bank was more than £3,000 last year. And including the shares in his late father's offshore fund, Blairmore Holdings, he sold shares worth £72,000 when he became Prime Minister in 2010. This accountant says there's nothing unusual in Mr Cameron's tax affairs, but that he's clearly acted to avoid embarrassment.
Just before he became Prime Minister, he selectively sold the shares in the unit trust that his father effectively ran. So he probably realised it's not wise for me as Prime Minister to have these, shares in an offshore fund.
The tax papers also reveal that he's entitled to a Prime Minister's expenses deduction, which dates back to 1947 and is now worth £20,000. But he stopped claiming it last year. Mr Cameron has already spoken about the money his father left him.
I love my dad. I miss him every day. He was a wonderful father, and I'm very proud of everything he did.
But he has never revealed the payments from his mother, which will only be liable to inheritance tax if she dies within 7 years after they were made.
He was very close to his father. I'm sure it was a terrible time, both for him and for his mother, and I'm sure that his father, anticipating his death, did the best to provide for his loved ones. And what I would say is, wouldn't you do the same?
At the same time as disclosing details of his finances, Mr Cameron has announced that a new task force will investigate allegations of tax dodging and money laundering linked to the so-called Panama Papers. Mr Cameron's own tax affairs have already prompted protests from demonstrators outside Downing Street and at the Conservative Spring Forum this weekend. The windfall payments from his mother and the inheritance tax issues they raise are likely to prompt further questions for the Prime Minister. John Craig, Sky News.